Hey, Commissioner Ted Gumbart from the ASUN Conference here, and welcome to another edition of TED Talks About. And we're here in the studio. That's where we just filmed our expansion announcement, and it's cool. We love to grow, building the ASUN. But one thing in particular this centers around is the growth into the football arena. And if you're a sports fan and you have anything to do with the southeast portion of the United States, you'll know that there is some passion around football. And it's not just the competition and game day and the pageantry and the affiliation. I mean, that's when you have homecomings, and that's when you have alumni, and that's when you bring your recruits in. It's big, but it's also an activity that binds the community. It binds the students, it binds the alumni, and it's something that is a great tool. And if it's a great tool for promoting your school, development, alumni, student athlete recruitment, student recruitment, then it's something we should explore. So the ASUN has gone through its history as a non-football conference. And now we're going to move into being a football conference. One thing that people have asked, and we want to make sure we're clear on, is how does a conference move from a subdivision classification that used to be 1 AAA, and then it was Division 1 subdivision of Division 1, which is a little odd. And most recently, we've called ourselves basketball-centric. It's the basketball-centric 11. And then there's 11 FCS conferences, football championship subdivision. And then there's 10 FBS conferences, football bowl subdivision. We intend to join FCS. And what does it mean to move to FCS? It means we will sponsor the sport of football, and we'll sponsor it at the FCS level. And at the FCS level, there is an NCAA tournament. That's why it's called the championship subdivision. 24 teams qualify for a postseason championship. There's automatic bids and there's at-large bids, and they have a tournament. And it is a great atmosphere. And if you're a participant in that, that is the highlight of your football season. So we look forward to building what we will consider the best FCS football conference in the country. And the 5 we're starting with include 2 current schools, UNA, the University of North Alabama, and Kennesaw State University in Kennesaw, Georgia. Those are members of the ASUN now, and we welcome Central Arkansas, Eastern Kentucky, and Jacksonville State. That gives us 5. Magic number for an AQ is 6. So we are already opening exploratory discussions with a possible 6th. Might be that school, that school, that school, can't tell you. But we have every aspiration to become a full AQ eligible conference. We have a partnership with the Big South already, and we've got other exploratory talks underway. Another factor people have asked us about is when will this football transformation take place? Well, before I give that answer, I know this is a football-focused TED Talks About, but I want to be sure we're not dropping any focus on basketball, baseball, softball, volleyball, golf, tennis, every sport we play. Beach volleyball, we've had the most successful season ever the last time we had a full NCAA season. From 2018 to 2019, we put more teams in postseason play, and we had more wins in postseason play than ever before. So we are on the rise, and we are going to continue to get better, and we will focus on being as good as we can possibly be in every sport. We're just adding the spotlight of football. So when every ASUN member will be eligible for an AQ next year, we have multiple options as to how we will partner up with other conferences to make sure that happens. And then the following fall, we will have a full ASUN schedule and be eligible for postseason play. I want to give you a little bit about what's next. We are going to have a full-blown press conference with coaches, players, the ADs, maybe the commissioner. We'll talk about what football is going to add to the conference as a whole. But I want to reiterate, we're not giving up our focus on anything. We are going to be successful in basketball. We are going to focus on student athlete experience. We're going to be academically focused and students first, but we are going to add football to our portfolio. So we become another asset in what makes the ASUN great. But when we have 5, when are we going to get 6, and what does it go from there? Well, 6 would make us 13 as a conference as a whole. In the 2 years we've been exploring this, we've had consultants, we've had the visionary input of our President's Council, which had to buy in and had to support this vision. We know that 14 may be the ultimate number that we need in the conference to be able to support football as its own AQ. So we're looking at a 13th, possibly a 14th, and if that happens, we're not stopping. We will look at what's the next innovative, bold, visionary step to give more value to the ASUN members as student athletes, as institutions, and as athletic departments that will make the ASUN great. So hey, thanks for joining us for this edition of TED Talks about. Hope you liked it, and I hope you will share it with friends, and I also hope that you'll come back for the next one, because we got a lot to talk about, and we'll start doing more of these because more content, more promotion, and more information about why the ASUN's on the rise.